Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my reaction to the 11th episode of the second season of New Game. So, the last episode started with the characters working on a red light, green light minigame, which is, an interesting idea, I suppose. I do always appreciate fun little minigames in games, assuming they're good. And meanwhile, Nene was working on her own little ball maze game thing called Nene's Maze, which is not exactly the sequel to Nene's Quest we were hoping for, but, it's something. And she did get the game to the point where it did work. The ball got to the goal, before soaring in the sky on its own little adventure. And, yeah, Nene wasn't sure what to do after that, though. So she was just kind of wandering around, wanted to play with Alba, but she was busy. Almost like this was a working environment or something. And, yeah, she had a bit of a talk with Narumi, and ended up getting the idea to add a bunch of effects and stuff to the game, which she decided to do on a hard mode, which, she ended up showing this off to Umiko, because Umiko, wanted to see how it was coming along. And the normal mode worked fine. It definitely impressed Umiko enough. Of course, the hard mode didn't work, at all. But since she did complete what she was told to complete, she did get a passing score on that. And Umiko did encourage her to finish it on her own time, not on the company's dime. So, yeah. And of course, Ko and Rin had a nice little talk at the end there. And it seems like, according to the first frame of this episode, there's 20 days until the master, which means, I think pretty much means, the finished disc. So, yeah, let's get into it. As usual, there'll be no audio or footage of the anime used in reaction for copyright reasons. There is a timer in the upper left-hand corner, and subs below me to help you follow along. And so, let us begin in 3, 2, 1, clap. And of course, there's a cat on the whiteboard as well. Yeah, you can tell they're on the final stretch. Nene. Narumi's trying to steal your woman, Nene. Are you gonna put up with that? Wow, that was one pouty face. But yeah, Narumi's pretty impressive, for an intern. Maybe in season 3, Alba will have a different outfit for working in. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention she's now debugging again, which she is super happy about. Criticizing their code. Umiko's watching. Definitely a difference of attitude here. Narumi's one of those employees. I know there's a name for it, but you know, the kind that are always trying to look good in front of their boss. Momo playing with the cats. I mean, it's a pretty lazy cat. Mostly because of Narumi. Well, to be fair, you pretty much asked Narumi's waifu that question, who is going to be a little bit biased. That would kind of make sense with how she works so hard. Mozuku, I'm trying to read the subtitles. So yeah, it definitely makes sense then. I can't fault her for that. Momo. Yeah, that would kind of change how people look at her. She is not. I don't think so. I can believe that. That was when we saw in the one bath scene, right? I like what they did with Momo's eyes there. Of course, Nana ended up joining Alaba eventually. Of course, Umiko's there. Wonder if she heard any of that. Yeah, Umiko's not that stupid. He's getting his share of screen time one way or the other. And it's almost like there's a real cameraman. He just keeps getting distracted by the cat. She was probably rushing through. Yeah. Obviously. Don't cry. A debugging pro. I mean, minigames getting cut's not the end of the world. Don't underestimate her debugging powers. She never hated you. I don't think Nana hates anyone. And that also helps. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, very different situations. But she's stubborn. I just call her Nana, it's easier. Dodo Donuts. And not Red Bull. Can't really read the name. Oh, I'd actually just say Red Bull, I think. Not the most expected product placement. Dreaming about work. What a sad thing. Good for you, Narumi. And now they've worked out things, so they should be friends as well. Which means a better working environment overall. What about me? The other programmers that no one cares about. They just kind of walked in and demanded a little bit of screen time of their own. Maybe they're upset that the cat gets more screen time than them. Is she seriously leaving Eagle Jump? Yeah, I don't think Rin could have. Yeah, she would have difficulty hiding her surprise to that. That'd be funny if they all went. There's nothing wrong with ramen for lunch. It's going well enough. That's a pretty good comparison, actually. And which would explain why they were butting heads earlier. Momo did decide that Alba was her rival. Yeah. Yeah, like leave an Eagle Jump, which... Yeah, apparently some people are busy. Trying to get Momo to come. Momo was the same one that happily put on that maid uniform and joined with the maid cafe fun, so... You have no choice in the matter. Just a little bit. Usually that's a good thing. What was that mouth? As if she wasn't nervous enough as it was. So the game really is just called Pekka, one word. Yeah, of course a programmer and the graphic artist will have a different understanding of the game. Kumo, Kumo. I swear if that gets stuck in my head. Of course Alaba was the one that came up with that. Alaba the sadist. Hifumi's reaction. Oh. Huh. Interesting boss design. Not bad. And game over. Losing at a game that you helped create. Though again, a programmer would probably be able to play it better. Yeah, I think Rin's thinking about how Ko was going to leave Eagle Jump. And that was a watch she was given from Ko last episode. And they ended there. She can't wear 2 pairs of glasses at once. So, that was the 11th episode of the 2nd season of New Game. Definitely a good episode. A lot happened. We learned about Narumi's backstory. How her parents did not want her to, go down this path career-wise. They wanted her to take over the inn. So she pretty much had an agreement with them that if she didn't get her first choice, at Eagle Jump, she would gave up on it pretty much. Which definitely explains why she's such a hard worker, why she takes this so seriously, why she's willing to, skip, checking for bugs or whatnot, just to appear that she's fast and good at her job, which, of course, ended up backfiring, but did work out in the end. And yeah, Naomi and Nana did end up resolving their issues, and they should be friends from now on. They did seem to get along quite well there. And yeah, we got to see some footage, some gameplay of Peko, and the game over screen as well. And yeah, it seems like Ko is planning on leaving Eagle Jump, or at least considering it. We don't really know a whole lot about that. I assume we'll learn more next episode. What we do know is Rin's definitely not happy about learning about this, because she was eavesdropping on that. So was Mozuku. But, he has to be in every scene, because the scene's just not complete without him. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So, yeah. Let me know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of my reaction in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.